And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to your piano virtual class. This is Masadi Wynn, brought to you by the Fulton County Department of Senior Services and the Dorothy Benson Senior Center. Okay, so everyone, where we left off last week was chords and octaves, correct? We remember that the definition for a chord, all it is more than one note played at the same time. So if I play two notes, this is now a chord, okay? This is a chord. And we learned octave, okay? Octave is 8 notes. From C to C is an octave. From D to D is an octave. From E to E is an octave, okay? Excellent. Now, also last week, I told you to work on your G major scale, okay? Remember that we have a 1 sharp in the G major scale, correct? And that's your F sharp. So, let's sit down. I want to hear you play. Right hand only. I want you to play the G just above middle C. So here's middle C, here's above middle C. Okay, that was 1 octave. We're going to go 2 octaves. Back down. Okay. Keep an even tempo while you play, and make sure it's not too loud, too soft, not too fast, not too slow. Everything just in the middle, okay? Now let's work on our left hand, starting with your pinky, of course. Make sure that your wrists are up. Now, you're going to keep your hands separate for now. I want you to play 5 times with your right hand, 5 times with your left hand. And then we can try working on putting them together. Now, what's important about putting them together is keeping a very slow tempo, okay? And the only thing I want you to learn right now are the first 5 notes. Both hands put together, okay? So, after this 3rd key, that thumb under, and that's where we will stop, okay? So, on your G major scale, right hand 5 times, no mistakes. Left hand 5 times, no mistakes. And then you're going to put both hands together, and I just want you to play the first 5 notes. The key to playing the first 5 notes is on your right hand, there's a slight change, okay? Your left hand, you're playing all 5 fingers. Your right hand, you're going to do a switch, okay? All right. That's it for the G major scale. This is coming back next week. That's it for the chords and octaves. Keep this in your memory banks, okay? This will not be coming back next week. But, you know, scales and chords were all throughout music, so we'll continue to do them, okay? Now, I'm introducing to you today a brand new book, okay? Now, this book is called Junior Hannon, everybody. Junior Hannon, all right? It's a very popular book. It's probably the most common finger exercise book that's available for the piano. Now, I got the junior version. The junior version is a little easier for beginners. There's also an advanced version, okay? The advanced version is all yellow, but I would like for you to get the Junior Hannon, please. This is for the piano. Okay. Now, we're just going to open up to page 1. And we're going to start with the very first exercise. Now, this exercise is going to strengthen your 4th and 5th fingers on your left hand, okay? And on your right hand is going to strengthen your 5th finger and your 2nd finger, okay? This is our first exercise. If you notice on top of the notes, there are numbers. These are numbers for your fingers, okay? So let's try this right hand only, okay? We're on Junior Hannon number 1. Now, this piece of music starts on middle C, as you can tell. And I'm going to play the first line for you, just so you can see how it sounds. Okay? This is a Junior Hannon. This is exercises for your fingers. Number 1, I only need your right hand only, okay? Going up. So, the fun thing about Hannons is you get a chance to learn while having fun. These exercises can be quite tricky, but they can be entertaining as well, okay? So, for your first lesson of the Junior Hannon book, okay? Remember, Junior Hannon. And just go online, Amazon.com. If you type in Junior Hannon, I'm sure they'll have it, all right? Now, what I want you to do is this first line only. First line only. Right hand only, okay? First line only, right hand only. Now, what's very important about my handing are these numbers. You see these numbers on top of your note. This is the most important thing about handing. Making sure that not only do you have the notes right, that you have your fingering right, okay? This will serve you very well in the long run. I'm gonna let you hear that one more time. okay? 5 times. All right. Thank you very much. Hannon, Junior Hannon, just look at it, Amazon.com. It will come up, I'm sure of it. All right. Now, everyone, on to our last and final lesson. So, you remember the chords, correct? That's good. Because we are going to put that in a piece of music. Now, we have been with this book for a while now. Remember, this is your Adult Piano Adventures by Nancy and Randall Faber. Okay, all in one piano course. We've had this book before. Now, we are going to page 58, 58, okay? Now, this is going to help us learn chords, tempo, and notes all at once. Chords, tempo, and notes all at once. Now, treble clef, bass clef, correct? Remember, this is your time signature. 4/4, which means 4 beats per measure for the top note. The bottom number means the quarter note gets 1 beat, okay? Now, we're gonna start off with your right hand. You see that rest? That's a half rest, because we're gonna hold it for 2 beats. But your left hand is gonna go ahead and get started with the chord. Now, I'm going to play this piece for you. Let's listen up. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now, when it comes to playing the Royal Procession, I only want you to play with your right hand, okay? Now, I want you to make sure that you're watching out for your tempo. Make sure when there's a rest that you rest. Make sure when there's a whole note, you hold that for 4 beats. Make sure quarter note, you hold that for 1 beat. Make sure if it's a half note, you hold that for 2 beats, okay? I'm looking for tempo. I'm looking for note recognition. So, right hand only. We're going to play both lines, Royal Procession, okay? All right, thank you very much.